Hi everyone! Hi everybody! It's me, American Tamara. Ew. How is everyone? Bow, now, 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 now. This song goes so hard. It's actually like a little bit offensive. I needed to stop. We need to chill. This is too much. Who did this? Who wrote this? I need to give them a pat on the back and simultaneously a slap. Like, it's so good. It's so good. Thank you, Robin, for introducing me to it, because is the music loud? Sorry, guys. Let me fix this. Is that better? Is that a little bit better? We can go further down. Ba-na-na-na. My window is open, so I'm so sorry about that. You're so tired. Honestly, I relate so much, bestie. So much has been happening the last couple of weeks. I'm just like drained. But we're here anyway, and this is hopefully gonna refill me with energy. So, first of all, we need to figure out the tunes. What is it today? Not sure about this one, maybe. This is the one. We're doing Biscuit today. We're doing Biscuit. And you know what? I'm just going to put her on repeat. Just so we're chill and so we can have a proper chat without thinking about how the music's changing. Let's have a chat, shall we? I'm tired, bestie. Me too. You're overworked? Oh, I'm sorry I genuinely am sorry to hear that, because that sucks. But, you know, it's life, isn't it? You're an independent person now, Luna. It's fucking hard. It's really fucking hard. So, I think I should address the elephant in the room, and that is my room, which currently looks a bit like a mess. She's looking a bit like a mess. Let me live alone. Literally, me. So I have some crazy news, and I don't know if I should wait for more people to come to start saying. I don't think Rye's gonna be here today. I'm not sure who's gonna come, I'll be honest. Don't misconstrue that. But I think maybe I should just tell you guys. Guys, I've had a lot going on. The last time you guys saw me was, I think it's the 7th of July. The 7th. Do you know how much has happened in that time? It's been literally almost 20 days. What is it today? It's been 18 days. 18 days. What? Okay, I need my mom back to put food in the fridge for me. Luna, the more you say, the more I relate. If the sound is bad, I'm so sorry. The window's open because it's too hot for lights and computer to be going on. I realized that my room gets heated up the most by my computer, which gets heated up so quickly. Like, it's always like super hot. Sometimes it's too hot to type. Like, that's how hot it is. I need to get a separate like keyboard so I can actually type and play Minecraft properly, because it gets so overheated. But I do have a point to this. I did have a point. My point being that, guys, I last saw you on the 7th, and since then several things have happened. The first, I think you've all seen it on my like Instagram and stuff, but the first thing that's happened is I graduated. I just celebrating by myself in my room. Guys, I graduated university. It's finally over. You know what? That's the best descriptor I can give it. It's finally fucking over. Like, I don't know. It's weird. This is a weird state in life. I'm not sure whether to be happy. I'm not sure whether to be sad. Yay, go us, Luna. It's finally bloody over. And I really did enjoy. I have to say something, because this is a public platform. And I think it's important to be honest and sincere. I also think it's important to give dues where dues need to be given. Hi, Rye. Thank you for joining us. I was just talking about how... It's okay. I'm just talking about how I just graduated. Just going to be talking about the next couple months and what's happened since I last saw you guys. So I actually did, it's pretty obvious, you can see, and to be honest, I don't really mind showing because I'm not going to be living even close to this area anymore. Everyone knows I live in the UK, and I'm moving, which is another thing that we need to talk about, but I'll leave it for now. Why are you doing this, camera? Stop buffering. I went to the University of Central Lancashire. It's flipped, but that's where I went. And oh my god, went as in past tense. Yes, so I went there. I am now what do you call it? Like, I'm not alumni, I don't know the word, but it's like when you went to a university and, you know, the university used to hold you there, whatever. I studied musical theatre. I graduated with a first class, which means I was a nerd and studied very hard. That would have been an amazing spot if you wanted to just go to MCM. I don't know what you mean, Rai. I'll be honest. So anyway, moving on. So, yes, I graduated with a first class from the University of Central Lancashire doing MT. What's my plans? Don't ask me that. I don't know. I don't really know what's happening. I'm just trying to vibe. So this is finally over. This is a whole 3 years and it's done. This portion of my life is finished. Oh, it's not. You know, the Central Lancashire University is not close to MCM, like, at all. Like, not in the slightest. Not the London one, not the Birmingham one. Also, I'm not going to be here for the Birmingham one. That's another situation. Like, the Birmingham one is a good 2 hours. I wouldn't be able to take that every single day. Like, I'd need to get a place there anyway if I was going. That's beside the point. The point being, it's over. And, I am moving right now. I'm in the middle of moving. As in, I'm packing up my room. I've kept up this for this one stream. I've kept all of my stuff, my equipment here for this one stream. I might cosplay tomorrow, just because I have the series that I've been working on. I haven't updated that in a while because I haven't had time to cosplay, and I just want to get that done so that I can start posting that when where I'm gonna be. Now, no, not Central London, Central Lancashire. And it's not spelled like that, but I really appreciate the effort. Okay, I really appreciate the effort. It's spelled like this, just in case you're interested. No, I did not just have to read this because I can't remember. I got my GCSE results in a month. Oh, good luck. I hope you do well. But yeah, this is over for me. And like Luna said, it's a big part of our lives that just ends all of a sudden. And it's a very strange feeling because now that you've brought up London, I am moving. I'm spending a month with my family in Spain. We're gonna go traveling, and because of that, I will not be streaming very much. I might stream the first week that I'm there, and maybe the last week that I'm there, but the rest of the time that I'm there, I will be in a car because we're road traveling in the road. So it's not logistically gonna happen. So that's for 2 weeks. So for those 2 weeks, I won't be streaming at all. You can still catch me on Instagram. I'll still be posting on TikTok, so that's not an issue. But yeah, and I don't know how much of my cosplays. I don't know how many of my drafts I'll have left. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to sustain it till then. But you know what? I'm gonna do my very best and pray that we get to this end of this next month with still having content brought out to you guys. So that's that. I will be editing, as most the people here know, like, and anyone who watches the VOD will know, hopefully, because I'm telling them. I did a CMV filming. I want to say not last week, the week before. Yeah, I filmed a CMV, and then last week I spent with some family. We had a situation, so I was down there for that situation, and I may need help. I'm simping hard for characters in Hades. especially Hypnos. I got that. I read that. Look at that. I will give you help in a minute. Just let me get through this. It's not even rehearsed, but it's just like I need to lay it all out for you guys, especially you two who are always here and so brilliant and supporting me. So just want to lay it all out so you all know what's going on, or at least the parts that you need to know about. So I have filmed the CMV. I have done the dry cut, I suppose you could call it. That's done. So we're just moving into refining things and adding in any extra edits. I'm gonna do that hopefully over the next month. And Babushka, it's fine, don't worry about it. Babushka's gonna be helping me with some special effects. It's gonna be subtle, you're not gonna notice it, but just know that they're there. And that is gonna be done very soon, and by very soon I mean probably by end of August. Obviously I'm gonna be doing this all whilst I'm in Spain, and the connection in my house is a bit precarious, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna wait to post it if it's done in time. Like if it's done when I'm there, might go wait to post it until I've moved, in which case that will be September, probably about 2 weeks into September, okay? Or a week into September. Ah, thank you, Rai! I miss Babushka too, Luna, but right now Babushka's doing some schooling, and they've still got university, and they're doing some important exams, so they are very, very busy. But I wish they were here. I wish they could have them on my stream, because I miss playing games with them so much. Oh my god. Thank you, Rai. I think, look, the CMV is going well, and I hope that you guys really enjoy it, and I hope that it kind of makes a mark and it says what I want it to say. But, I can't say too much about it. I mean, I don't want to say too much about it until it's out, and I really want to keep you guys kind of interested in all this stuff. So, yeah, I hope that when it does come out, you guys will support me as adamantly as you guys have been doing so far. So, I just really, appreciate that. You guys are hyped as well. I always have a Rasputin song. Me too. Babushka is, such an iconic name. Anyway, so, that might take a while. Just because I'm just in a bit of I'm not in a very secure position right now in my life. And you never are when you graduate from university. But yes, anyway, so once that summer is over, the month of break that I have, as I said, I'm going to be traveling, and I'm going to be in Spain, which is where my family lives. And then I'm going to be moving, probably around the 1st of September, into some new digs, which I will hopefully have found by that point, in London. She's moving to London! What? So, this means, number one, I will be closer to all of my friends because they're all from the south. Well, all of my online friends. Number two, I'll be closer to all of my family because they're all in the south. And number three, I have digs for MCM London in October. Let's go! Oh my god, I'm very excited. Obviously, I've been back and forth to London a couple of times over the last 3 years because my family all live down there. So I have places to be, I have places to stay if I don't get the space that I want to be getting, or if I don't get a space in London by the time that I need to come back. But I'm so hyped, I'm so excited, and I'm also dreading it, genuinely. So the goal number one will be to find a place. I've been looking and reached out to a couple of people, so hopefully I'll secure a place in the next couple of weeks. And then when that happens, I want to move in really quick and get a job. And here's where things get a little bit scary. I can just see Robin, if we're back to get mood. I can just see Robin and Spooky just crashing at your place when it's empty and time. That's the goal. Spooky's not going to be there. Unfortunately, he can't come, but that's the goal. Robin's going to come and crash at my place, and it's just going to be a really fun time. And I mean, this means I'm a lot closer to Robin in general, so if he wants to make the trip up, it's way less expensive. It's easy for him, all sorts of things, and we all love Robin, so it's an easy thing to think of. And I'm really excited for this next October because it's going to be super busy. I literally can't fucking wait. But at the same time, I'm dreading so many things. My room is not even half. It's like a 10% packed up, and I've got the movers coming on Wednesday. They're putting my stuff into storage. So I am like ultra stressed right now, but you know, we're trying to make it through, spending as much time with my friends who are here as I can before I have to move back down and never see them again. I will be seeing them again, but you know, you're moving away from a place that it's really sad. I feel kind of sad. Like I've spent the last 3 years here, my life, and it's just upping and leaving. It's just a very weird time. So I'd like to point out, this apartment is the apartment I first started streaming in. This is the place that I've spent my entire streaming career on so far. And after this stream, you'll never see it again. That will be off as from the 27th, I think. So yeah, I'm a little bit sad. You're never gonna, I know it's a mess right now, but this is it. Like, once this passes, like, you'll never see this flat again. And I don't know what kind of flat I'll have. I don't think I'll have nearly as much space. I think it's a London apartment. It's gonna be a little bit smaller. It's gonna be a little bit more, I don't know, maybe I'll have to be jumping on my bed more often than I normally do when I'm standing up, because there just won't be that much space. But I'm excited and nervous. And with the whole job aspect thing, I need to get a job. Obviously, that's just, unless I get a couple of subscribers, a couple of primes here and there. Unless I get those all of a sudden, like a good steady primes or subscribers in the next couple, and by couple I mean in the next 2 months, I will need a job, a full-time, well, part-time. We're still in the debate on that one. You'll be missed but not forgotten, just like the old setup. Yeah, the old setup in my old flat for my TikTok lives. I'm so glad you remember that, right? They were such a good time. Oh, bless. Let's mourn that one a little bit. That was a nice setup, to be honest. But it was okay. That one was quite cramped as well, so it's like I'm kind of going in a circle here. This is the most space I've had in a while. But yeah, this will be, everything's gonna be different, you know? And I'm gonna try and do it up real nice for the first stream back. And yeah, I visited my mum today, and like she gave me a whole lecture on what to do, not to do now that I live by myself. And the first thing was, she said, don't burn your place down. Well, the bar's pretty low, huh? The bar's pretty fucking low. Yeah, so the first, like, in next week's stream, I won't be streaming this Thursday. I'll be moving. I'll be on a plane, actually. Or something. But I will be streaming hopefully next Monday. And you've seen, I think you guys have seen this setup before. You might have, maybe. I'm not actually sure, I can't remember. But it's my streaming, it's just gonna be in my room, in my Spanish house. And yeah, so you'll just see that setup there. So that's not going to be my final setup. Like, that's going to be there for maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3. And then when I finally move into the place in London, it'll be a very nice new setup, and I'll try and make it up very nicely for you guys and look really pretty. That's the goal. I don't know yet. We'll see. I don't even know where I'm moving to, so it's all a little bit right now. But yeah, so the times, what my point was about this job thing is that depending on what job, oh, thank you for the emojis. Oh, they're so cute. Thank you for the emotes. Wait, whose emotes are these? Stealthy mouse. Thank you for the stealthy mouse emotes. I love them. Thank you. They're very cute. Bingo, bongo, bingo, mongo, bingo, mongo. So, anyway, that went off topic. When I move in, I will have to get a job. Don't know if it's going to be full-time. I don't know if it's going to be part-time. But it also means I don't know about the hours. I'm going to try and keep it so that I have 4 hours a week. 2 hours per stream. 2 streams a week, like I've been doing. I'm gonna really try really hard to keep the same specific days as well, but things might have to change. I've had it really lucky recently because whilst I was in uni I couldn't work. I just had a lot going on, so it just wasn't really plausible, and I have help, so it was fine. And after even though I was so busy when I finished university, I didn't stream all that much. I mean, I streamed a little bit, but I still had more time than a person who was working would have. Now, well, come September, that might change. The amount of time I will have for cosplaying will change. The amount of time I have for making CMV videos will change. And the amount of time that I will have for streaming will change. I can't give you guys definitive answers. I don't have them. I'm going to really try really hard to get a job which is quite flexible, where I can choose the hours, where I can take off as many days as I need for things like CMV filmings and stuff like that. But like I said, things might change. So I just wanted to warn you all about that in like a month ahead, so that you all know. Yeah, we're almost finished with July now. I've got to move out and skedaddle by the 29th. So it's just going by very quickly, and I kind of wish I could just stay in this moment, you know, and like not. I've been wishing that this past month, because so much has happened. I had my graduation day, which was so fun. I got this nice little necklace from my mum. It's a wishing bone. Yes, it's cute, isn't it? It was a graduation present. And then having all, like, Robin and Spooky and Tyro, they all came up to help me film the CMV, and that was like the best fucking week of my life, and I just had such an amazing time, and I was stressed to the max. Yes, I broke out like crazy. I was so stressed, but I was so like content and happy, and looking at the CMV and it's how it is right now, I'm so happy with how that went, even though I know that we were all very stressed. I'm escaping the British heat, but I'm just entering whole other echelon, because Spanish heat is something else. And I'll be traveling, so I'll be going all up and down Europe. So it's not as bad as British heat, but it burns a lot more than British heat, I think. It's very harsh on your skin. So yeah, things are happening, and I just wish I could just stop and nap for about 48 hours, you know? Everything's happening, guys. I'm so sad. I don't want to leave this place. I want to leave this place, obviously, but I wish I could just pick this apartment up and take it with me to London. Like, the whole process of moving and all this stuff is just so stressful, and I would have to be moving in with flatmates, and that's a whole other can of worms, because, you know, I live on my own. I don't have to worry about too much noise or inappropriate hours to stream. I don't have to worry about anything because I live on my own, and I so far have never gotten a noise complaint, which is surprising considering what I do during my streams. Are we gonna get CMV blooper afterwards? Yes, we are. You're gonna get a CMV blooper reel, probably a CMV behind the scenes reel. They might be shorter versions on TikTok as well. There will be shorter versions of the CMV on TikTok. Just guys, when it comes out, my only ask to you guys who have supported me for so long and who I appreciate so much is that you just share it in as many places as you can. I really want this to do so well because I put so much of my ass into this fucking CMV and just so much effort and love, and I really would love for this to do well and, you know, to have that payoff. So by the stuff I hear, flatmates can either be amazing or terrible. Yeah, definitely. Having flatmates, I had really amazing first year flatmates. Like, my first year of university, my flatmates were stunning individuals, and I loved them all of them. My second year was a little bit more difficult. And my third year has been a breeze. I really love living by myself, but it's just not gonna happen. You can't live in London by yourself. No one can afford to live in London by themselves, and It's just not economical. So, but moving is a bit of a bitch. I'm lucky that I have family who are basically in a moving company, so I don't have to worry about certain aspects of moving that a lot of people have to worry about. But it is a bit of a bitch. And, you know, so much stuff is thrown out, and I've tried selling so much stuff, and honestly, it's really hard to sell. Especially because all my stuff is old stuff, so nobody wants it, you know? If I share, it's the only Discord servers I'm in are going to be the places you're in. Wait, what? If I share it, the only Discord... No, that's not true, right? You're in like 99 different Discord servers. What are you on about? You're in so many Discord servers. The only Discord servers I'm in are the ones that you're in. Liar, pants and fire. The interesting thing about London prices, and I think we should delve into this because I think there's a misconception. Yes, London prices are high, but you get paid more in London than you do pretty much anywhere else in the country because the prices are high. You have to provide somewhat of a living wage, and they don't provide a living wage. Don't get it twisted, but they also don't. You know, it's not impossible to live there. I live by myself, get so lonely most of the time. I never have that issue. Probably because I spend 4 hours of my week talking to people whilst I'm streaming, so I don't feel lonely when I'm talking to you guys, you know? And I spend so much time just like making content and stuff like that, so that's like a process that I enjoy so much. So maybe my advice to you, Luna, as someone who's lived on their own, it's important to go out and see friends, family that you actually enjoy speaking to, and friends. It's important to spend that time with them. And it's also important that when you are alone, that you spend your time doing things that bring you joy. I just feel like that makes the process a lot easier. If you spend all your time just staring into nothingness, like of course you're gonna be lonely. But you know, if you kind of spend your time doing things that you love, and even if they're silly things, even if you're not good at it, it doesn't matter as long as you like it, as long as it's something that you enjoy, then I think it's a lot easier. The only ones that allow sharing is on those servers an autobahn. Really? Really? Ugh. Did I tell you I bought rats? Timmy? Am I saying the right name? I hope I'm saying the right... Timmy? That's the name of your rat. That's the name of your rat. You have friends, Luna. We're your friends. So spend your time calling us. They left you a nacho? I wish my friends left me a nacho. Just me and myself and nacho. And my rats. I love your rats. You have actually told me you have rats, I'm pretty sure. Or you've written in some Discord server somewhere. It's okay. You just need to go out. Leave your house. Maybe spend some time in places like if you're fond of skateboarding or the aesthetic of skateboarding even. And this is hard for some people, but go out to a skate park and hang around and see if there's someone you might vibe with. Sometimes they invite you over, sometimes you invite them over, and just like meet people and make friends. That's how you do it. Little Timmy. I knew it was Timmy! I knew it was fucking Timmy! I knew that their name was Timmy. I just was so unsure about myself. I am insecure. Luna's backup, have you heard of Ancestry.com? Of course, Bab named Dave. I'm not surprised. I don't like Dave. I love Dave. It reminds me of the old TV show, and now I'm getting even more sad and nostalgic. Guys, we're okay. We're okay. That being said, look, it's not easy to make friends when you're not in like school or in forced situations, but you have to go out and present yourself to the world so that people, yes, leave your house. I know that one's a tough one. Leave your house. You're a bit young to get a pint, but yes, like the outside world. But maybe go to I don't know where you live. If you live by the beach, go to the beach. If you don't. If you live by popular spots, go to the popular spots. Involve yourself with people that like the same things as you. That's the number one trick. If you involve yourself with people that are like-minded, it's much easier to find people that will feel right with, you can be friends with, and and you'll have like a familiar vibe, you know? It's almost impossible for me to touch grass. Another thing I love, well, personally, this is just my thing, because I guess this is like, you know how I said involve yourself with people who are like-minded. I'm a big reader. I'm a huge reader. I love reading. So I like the aspect of going out and reading in the park, things like that. And even if you're on your own reading in the park, like it's you need to get out of your house sometimes when you live alone, and that's a nice way to go out and like relax. And if you just go out to the park to sunbathe, that's another option. If you don't like the sun, then there you go. If you go out to the park to sit in the shade and drink some, I don't know, what do you call that? The sugar that they put in the ice, and you mix it up and it's like a smoothie thing, but it's like sugar and ice. That thing. Yeah. How do I talk to people? It's very simple. Actually, there's actually a method for introverts. Let's see if I can find it online. Guys, I'm gonna get you the answers that you want in this 2-hour session that you have with me before I had to go and continue packing. How to talk to people. I spelled that completely right. Now, what I usually do is I use these methods and then I flip them slightly because it's just much easier that way, okay? But there is a code that you can remember, and I can't find any pictures about this code, and it's rather annoying because I can't remember the entire thing myself. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. So it's like this, it's like SMART or something, and it's basically the topics of conversation. So you obviously start with, hi, how are you? The simple stuff. How are you? I'm good. Oh, I'm good too, thank you. Even if you usually say I'm good, right? Don't open the can of worms of what's actually happening until you actually know the person, because it scares them off otherwise. Pro tip, right? So you go and you say, how are you? I'm good. What is that? What are you? Be interested in what they're doing. What are you reading? They're not reading something like, oh, I like, give them a compliment, something small. I find that this is a trick of the trade, guys. And honestly, it's just a nice way to get people to compliment people in an interesting way. And it's just a nice way for, to get to know someone. But if you compliment something very small about them, like not like, oh, I like your face, it's pretty, but like, oh, I like your nose ring. Oh, I like the specific style of pants that you have on. Something small, right? And then that's immediately points. Okay? Be nice. You want to be nice to people. You want to be approachable. You want to be sociable, right? That's what you're trying to put out. Even if you don't feel like that, even if you're insecure and you're struggling and you're introverted, like, this is how you, by doing these things, you're going to be able to have a life. And I'm not saying that by not doing these things you don't have a life, but what I'm saying is that it's easier to go out in public. It's easier to function when you have these little tricks, right? So obviously you eventually want to break down from the small talk to like the actual genuine conversations. So I like to do that quicker than most people because I really don't care about small talk. But most people will be expecting you to, like, if you're speaking to someone, and don't just go to a random person on the street, like, it's inappropriate. But like, if you're, at a party or at a bar, that's okay to talk to them as well. You got to read their body language on whether or not they actually want to speak to you. If their answers are very simple and don't have any actual like proper answers, then they're not interested in the conversations. Like, if it's all yes and no, then they're not actually interested in, like, one-line answers speaks, I'm not interested in this conversation, please leave me alone, in which case leave them alone. Like, it's fine. There are other people you're going to speak to, right? point being, don't be a creep. And creeps can be in all sorts of forms, so just remember that, okay? I'm trying to teach you how to have a life, Luna. This is what the goal here is. So, what matters then is when you speak to people, you be interested in what about them. Ask them questions. Like I said, what are you reading? What are you doing? What's your purpose here? Like, what are you doing? What made you come to this bar, for example? Say we're speaking to someone who's at the bar. What made you come to this bar? Obviously, it's not really a great question for you. Okay, no, I'm going to change it. Changing the prompt. We're at a skate park, okay? You just found someone sitting alone, taking a break. You sit next to them. You say, hi. They say, hi, my name's Luna. It's really nice to meet you here. Hi, I just saw you sitting alone and I thought I'd come join you and say hi. Hello, thank you for coming to join me, they might say. Right, ask them how they are. Compliment something small on them. Maybe they're bored or whatever. And then, from there, this is where people get stuck. From there, it's important to look at them and try to make small assumptions. Nothing that you actually pin on them, but then those assumptions, you can ask them questions about those assumptions. So say they look young, right? Do you go to a school around here? Like, what school do you go to? They might say, oh, I go to this one over here, or oh, I dropped out. I don't actually go to a school. In which case, oh, then you compare it to your own life. Oh, I dropped out. But you never want to focus too hard on your own life, because this is something neurodivergent people do. When neurodivergent people want to relate to the other person, and so it's very strange for atypicals, because it feels like they're talking over atypicals, or we are talking over atypicals, and obviously we don't mean it, but it's like important to keep in mind, like, you want to give examples of your own life and relate to them, but you don't want to spend too much time talking at them. You want to talk to them. So it's not about talking at them, it's about talking to them, right? Well, the thing is, I have to have a method because I can't do small talk either. So this is my method, right? So once you've talked about all the stupid stuff, like what course do you study? What job do you have? It's really nice weather out here, right? Where do you study? You got to find something in what they're saying that interests you. And this is where you kind of tell this person is not kind of interesting to me, or this person isn't going to be someone that I'm going to get to know, because the answers that they give you, if they're thought out answers and not like this, yes, no, and they're not interested, then the answer that they give you, you've got to find a connection with. So if they said, I've just dropped out, or I'm studying history, and you like history, and so I'm making assumptions, but should you like history, then you'd be like, oh, I really liked that subject when I was in school. Are you studying this specific topic of history? Like, start pinpointing it, get more into the conversation, and start debating with them. Like, if you're talking about the topic of history, be like, oh, my favorite time in history was XXS. What was yours? Right? It's okay to be awkward. Like, most people are. Most people are awkward. Like, that's totally, like, even completely extroverted people are so awkward sometimes. And that's completely normal. And it's completely okay. We need to be honest, I think this is an important topic to talk about. We need to stop pinning awkwardness as a negative thing. When you're awkward, it just tells you that you want to get to know someone, right? Awkwardness is not immediately the same as uninterestedness. Uninterested? Humans are awkward. We're all fucking awkward. Thank you, right? Thank you. It's true. We are. So it's not about not being awkward. It's about trying to find something that interests you, that connects you to this other person. So you got to ask questions to get there. And if they're interested in getting to know you, then they will ask you questions back oftentimes. But not always. When you're approaching someone, a lot of the time, all the questions will come from you, and that's fine. Because it's about, like I said, it's about finding that connection. Because once you find the connection and you relate it to your life, then they'll be like, oh, and that triggers in them a bit of interest because now they're curious, right? That's what it's about. It's about finding connections between us, right? And we're all fucking awkward, but once you find that connection, you can talk about actually genuinely interesting things. Like, if, say, we're back at the skate park talking to this person, and you say, well, what's your, I see you're obviously here. Who's your favorite skater? And if they say, I don't really have one. All right, well, how did you get into it? This and that. Okay, interesting. Can you tell me about that? Or okay, so they got into skating because of their brothers. How many brothers do you have? Do you see what I mean? Like, it's just asking questions. It's just putting a connection out there. In this situation, the two of you, your connection is immediately obvious. You both skate. So ride that. Ask questions about the skating. You know what I mean? Like, it's really quite, it can be as simple as just asking questions. But you just need to be able to understand when a person really does not want you to be there. And it comes very simply. Say, I'm going to play 2 parts right now. I'm going to play 2 parts as one person. But it's going to be 2 parts, okay? One person will be like this, and one person will be like this, right? Okay? You are the person who's like this. Okay, cool. Say you went up to them and went, hi. I just saw you sitting by here on your own. I thought, come and say hi. Okay. So, like, you're a big skater? Do you come here often? Yeah. Okay. Who's your favorite skater? Do you have an inspiration? Is there someone that made you decide to start skating? Not really. Okay, well, okay, do you see what I'm saying? The answers are coming in very short. The facial expression is showing you're not interested. The answers are coming in very short. Doesn't seem like they actually want to speak to you. But it's important to kind of gather that quickly, but not make too many assumptions, because sometimes they can just be shy, right? So that's when a compliment, in this situation, a compliment would be the best course of action. I really like your skateboard. It's actually really cool. Can you tell me about these stickers? Like, where did you get these? Oh, actually, scenario 1. Oh, thank you. I got these skateboards at this convention that I went to. It's called MCM. They were really cool, actually. They were like selling them like in the little stores there, and I had a really good time like picking them out, and like, I don't know, they're really cool, aren't they? And like, this one's this, and this one's that, and this one's from this fandom, and this one's from this, and this one's about my favorite skater, who is XXX. We've had a breakthrough. This is scenario 2. Thanks. Picked them up. Yeah, I bought them. Do we see the issue here? This is when they don't want you to talk. It's so important when you're speaking to someone that you don't know and that you've just kind of spoken to for the first time, picking up what those signals, because if you don't, then you're bothering someone, and then it can lead to harassment if you keep going. So you got to pick that up and just try to figure out in their answers, are they interested in having this conversation? And usually it's after the compliment. If they are short with the compliment and don't go into detail when you ask them about detail, then you know that they're not going to be one that wants to speak to you. And that's fine. They don't have to speak to you. So it's just about that, right? So once they're, they're, say it's scenario 2 and they've given you this shit answer and they're not actually that interested in speaking to you, then it's your job to go, okay, well, thank you for speaking to me. That was really interesting. Thank you. Bye. And leaving. It's that simple. And it doesn't have to be awkward because, well, we are all awkward and it's going to be awkward, but it's not a negative thing if it is, right? Shake it off, whatever, and move on and go have some fun, That's what it's about. Because all of this kind of thing, it takes a lot of time, takes a lot of practice, and it takes a lot of people being uninterested to speak to you before you meet someone who is interested to speak to you. And those people are the people that you become friends with for so long, and they're friends for life. Because my friends that I have now are people that I made an effort to speak to. One of my friends, I became friends with when I was, I want to say 10 or 11. I'm still friends with them. I don't speak to them so much anymore, but I'm still friends with them. We left, last time we saw each other, we left on good terms. Like, it's all good. And they were sitting in recess on their own. So I went up to them and I went, hi. And it was just lucky that we were in a Spanish school and they were the only person that was English. So we bonded over that. You just got to bond over things. So now that I've taught you, you don't have an excuse. That's how you speak to people. Just be respectful, just be nice. And people will be interested in you. This method is not that effective. But if you're looking for fellow gay friends, just look at how they sit there and their badges. And if you see any flag badges like an ace or a lesbian. Exactly, like that's immediate talking points. Where did you get your badge? I happen to be this as well. Especially when you're in small friends groups or smaller, I don't think I'd call LGBTQ as fringe group. But if you're in like a minority, it's so easy to connect with someone because you have similar baggage, right? So going up to them and be like, I see that lesbian flag. That's really cool. Again, an assumption. I'm assuming. One step out and then the next. No, that one's really hard, Lena. You got me there. That one's really hard, but sometimes we just have to force ourselves. Be kind to yourself, but also be stern with yourself. You know? Don't take shit from yourself, but also be kind. It's like having that really strict teacher that everyone loves. Like, you love this teacher because they're so nice, but they also don't take your shit. That's who you have to be to yourself. That's what I've discovered in my old age. Anyway, yeah, that's a really good point though, right? Because if you see someone that has badges or anything that gives it away, really, like, even if it's just a vibe. And you go up to them and say, hi, I just noticed that you happen to be wearing a Harry Potter bag. And, oh god, not Harry Potter, Percy Jackson bag. Much better. And that's like my favorite fandom. So, like, yeah, I just want to let you know, like, that's really cool. Like, awesome. And then they go, oh, really? And it's just, especially fandoms, especially minority groups in general, are much more susceptible to being excited when they meet someone who is like them, because there are not a lot of people who are like them, and they are, for me, the best people. I love people like that. I bond best with people like that because it's like, I don't think it's a novelty, but as someone who is like that, it's easy to get along with someone who's like that, right? We have the same ideals, we have usually the same political stances, shit like that, right? So that's a really good trick. Honestly, that is super effective. Look, when you're in spaces that are public spaces and people are milling around, look for someone who looks or acts like you. Relativity is what equals friendship. Basically, right? Bonding. Sometimes it takes caffeine. Sometimes it takes caffeine to get out of bed. It's kind of hard. The bed question is a hard question because everyone experiences those kind of things quite differently, right? I find for me, rolling out, because once I'm on the floor, I want to get back in bed, and then it's just a mind battle to stand up and not get back into the bed. And a trick for that is to make your bed, because then you feel embarrassed. Hang out with middle-aged women who are like my coworkers. That's not a bad that is not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing to be making friends with older people. And it's good that you're making friends with your coworkers. That's step number one, because those are the people you're closest to. They're like your classmates, but not. So, like, that is a good tip. Yes, that's a great idea. Make friends with your coworkers. You need to be like be friends with them, because if you're not, it makes the work environment horrible, right? But it's good to make friends your age as well. So hang around places, do things that your age that isn't in your house would enjoy. And when you do that, you're gonna end up meeting people, right? Things like going to the movies. If you see a big group, and you're on your own, being like, hey, is it alright if I tag along with you guys? That's embarrassing. I personally have never done it, but I did hear a good story about someone who did, and they ended up being quite good friends with the group, so guess it works. God, guys, you talked me into fucking, yeah, it's not an easy thing, okay, for us to. I called everyone out? When? Literally when? When did I call you guys out? I literally didn't. Please specify. I've said nothing. I've never done anything wrong ever. That being said, this has been a really nice chat. I've got little Timmy and Dave, I'll be fine. Well, I'm glad you've got little Timmy and Dave, but sometimes you need human accompaniment. Company. Maybe company, that might be the word I'm looking for as well. You know? Even if it's just to go to buy ice cream with them, something simple. But yeah, that's how you do that. Do activins that isn't inside. Do activities that aren't inside. Very much so. Right? That's what you're saying? Got my mom for human company. Luna, I'm concerned if you've only got your mom for human company. Luna, I've given you all the tips and tricks. Now, it's up to you to make any moves. It's up to you to decide what you want to do, what you want to take and digest, and what changes you want to make in your life, if any. That's not my job, that's your job. So, I wish you the best. I hope you take any one of my things I've said today into account. Maybe think about it. You don't have to do it, but think about it. It's your responsibility to make the changes in your life that you want to see happen. That is the core fundamentals of life, is what I've been told. Is that when you get to adulthood, and this is something that I see a lot, is that people expect things to just happen to them. I think because so many shit things happen to humans when they're growing up that are out of our control. But as soon as you hit adulthood, apart from the kind of like what other people can do to us, the choices that other people make, we are in charge of our own choices. So we are in charge of whatever actions that we make. No one else. Just us. Yeah, that's a really good idea, Luna. That's a really good idea. It takes practice. It's a really brilliant idea. I'm serious. Thank you, Rai. Definitely download the VOD. I don't if you want to. I've never downloaded someone else's VOD, but if you want to, it's also going to be up on YouTube, so I don't see the point, to be honest, but pop off. Anyway, what I was saying is, like I said, you are the only one in control of yourself. So if you want to see the changes, if you want changes to be made in your life, if you want to see something or have something happen to you, you have to be the one to make that happen. That's all your responsibility. It used to be that your parents had to do that, or your teachers would take control of that, or your mentors would take control of that, and it would just happen to you. But it doesn't happen to you anymore. You can't be told what to do. You have to be the one to initiate it. You have to be the one to do the research and to learn what the path's taken what paths need to be taken if you want something to happen to you. Say you want to get a job. You have to be the one to go out and apply to these jobs, to go to every single interview, to make good connections with the bosses in order to get hired. That's your job. And Luna, you've got a job. You did it. Half the job's there. Half the work is there. You've done an amazing job. You've got a job. And the other half of the work comes when you actually work that job and you put your full effort into being a good employee, right? That's one example, right? Another example is if you want to make friends, you have to be the one to put the effort out to leave the house, or if you want to make internet friends, to speak to people on the internet that you don't normally speak to, put them in send out a DM, or if you're like me and you want to talk to Hopper, send out a Twitter message just out to everyone so everyone can hear. But you know what I mean, is that the point is that you've got to be the one to make the first step. It's no one else's job, it's yours. If you want something to happen, you have to do it yourself. If you want therapy, you have to apply yourself. If you want a driver's license, you have to do the lessons, you have to make the appointments, you have to do the test. That's your job. It's your respect. Like, once you're an adult, that's your responsibility, no one else's. So it's kind of a bitch, because you have no one to blame. When shit goes to shit and it's your responsibility, the specific shit that's going to shit, you've no one to blame but yourself, because, well, if you'd done it, then you wouldn't be in the situation. Now, I'm not saying things like when you don't get a job. That's not your responsibility. That's going to happen. It's going to happen, right? But when you don't apply for a job before the applications are ended, like, whose fault is that? Like, and that's the thing, right? Like, it's not bad. It's not a negative thing to have that shit happen to you, right? It's not. It's your responsibility to do what you can to make your dreams come true, to make the life that you want to come true. If it doesn't happen, it's unfortunate. It doesn't make you any less of a person. That is the message I'm trying to put out here. Responsibility does not equal value. Just because your responsibilities have gone up doesn't mean that if those responsibilities aren't met, your life, your being is of less value. Your value is always the same. Every single person's value is always the same. Nothing changes that. How you look, how you speak, how you talk, those two things, the same. How you conduct yourself, the choices you make, all of these things don't change your value. They don't. Just as a grand rule, they do not. That's just in general. Like, in one box, your value is always the same, and you are always valuable, and you are always important. Everyone is important in their own right. Everyone has a right to have friends, has a right to have relationships, families who love them, has a right to have people who love them in general. Everyone has the right to be themselves, to express themselves, to express their opinions, and most importantly, to live healthy and happy lives. Everyone has that right. The topic that we're talking about doesn't impact that right. Just because you haven't passed an interview round, or you were a little bit awkward talking to this person, or a lot awkward talking to this person, this little bubble of your value hasn't changed. You are still all these people. You still have all these rights, and you still are deserving of all of these rights, right? Just means that it's unfortunate. Oh well. So what do? You try and you try again. That's it. You try and you try again. I'm looking at chat now because I just wasn't looking earlier. La 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 la. My cousin helped me get a job. I'm very happy. But who's the one walking into the job every day? You are. You could sit in your bed and not go to work and lose that job, or you could get up and go to the job every day and make friends with the co-workers. Who's the one putting that effort in? You are, not your cousin. That's the choices that you make. And there will come a time when you leave that job and you move out and you move somewhere else and you find a new job. And at that point in time, you're not fully an adult yet, Luna. You're living on your own. I'm very happy for you. That's great. That's wonderful. But you are still benefiting from certain family members, and that's great. And that's actually genuinely, like, nothing wrong with that. That is great. Like, I wish. But when the time comes that you have to do all this stuff on your own, the only person that's going to make it happen is you. And that's just something that you need to keep in mind. It's just the go-getter attitude. It's the bad bitch, I don't give a shit attitude. And that's an attitude that I think, you know, if you're a go-getter, I think it's a healthier mindset, right? So even if you're not naturally a go-getter, even if you're not naturally the person to go, oh, I want that job, I want to take it, I'm just going to go get it. Oh, I want to go to the class, I'm just going to save up the money and just go do it. Even if you're not actually that, it's the striving for those opportunities, the striving for those choices that is going to make the difference. Just do what you want to do. Don't make excuses. If you have roads in your roads, if you have shit that's not, you know, stopping you, and it's something that you genuinely really want to do, it's your responsibility and it's your job and no one else's to figure out a way to get around that. No one else's. Come back down. Nope. It's all up to you now, Luna. Just like moving out, it's all up to me. I can get help from people, right? Help is support is always useful, right? But no one can make me send those emails. No one can make me do anything. I have to be the one who does it, right? Winry Rockwell, thank you. Just like Rye has to make the choice every time he comes onto my stream to watch me for 2 hours and not cry. If everyone's making their own choices, and it's just about choosing. Hey, your toast. It's about choosing the things that are going to make you happy and going out and striving to get them. And even if you don't end up getting it, the idea that you've tried and that you will try again is what matters, not that you didn't get it this one time, okay? Just remember these things. They're important. Hi, Toast. How are you? Hey, Toast. I love it when you guys hang out together and speak to each other. It's really great. It makes me feel good that you guys get along, you know? Is this stream just 5 hours of time me talking? Yes. Just me talking. But I need to replenish my throat. That's how that works, right? I'm alright, Toast. Got a lot going on. As is. I like your name. Very good, Luna. It's a nice name. Good job, you're already taking the pieces of advice I already mentioned. No, it is a genuinely nice name. It's a good name. Toast. It has a nice ring to it. Might be because I'm biased, because I'm Tammy. TTT sounds very nice. But Toast isn't. No, be my friend. You know what? Not a bad method. I'll give it to you. Pretty decent execution. You had the first part down locked. Perfect, right? Second part, a little bit wobbly, but it's okay. You know? Sometimes it works. For some people it works. Just be yourself, Luna. Be who you gotta be. You gotta be genuine. Aw, Toast, you're so sweet. Toast, it's so weird to see you without Dino. Toast, I completely forgot. Was I meant to keep your VIP on for longer than a month? Because I gave it to you. I don't know either. You're going to have it until 2023 then, because I think that makes sense. You can have VIP for a year. Yeah? I think that makes sense, right? You can beg if you want to have it for longer. Oh, right. I like your rating right there. That's quite nice. What is going on with everyone's life then? So I've just literally started stream with no plan at all. Just plan to tell you guys what's going on. We're an hour in and I've ranted to you guys about how to speak to people. Where is Dino? It's really weird to see them without Dino, right? I don't know, where's Dino? Where is Dino? It's like, where's Wally all over again? Guys, we need to talk about some things. First of all, we need to talk about Stranger Things. Have you guys watched Stranger Things? Has everyone watched Stranger Things? If you're going to be in a Tammy is Struggling stream, you might as well talk about fandoms. How has everyone watched Stranger Things season 4, part 2? We get a yes from Toast. I'm going to need... yes! Toast has watched it. Alright, I'm going to need a yes from everyone in chat. No, I'm too scared? What do you mean, no, you're too scared? Scared of what? So you don't even know these characters? You don't know who Eddie is? How have you not been spoiled? That is strange. Luna, suck it up. It's great. It's a great fucking show. If you're interested in watching the show, watch it. If you're not interested in watching the show, you don't have to. Steve! Oh my god, man. Eddie's my favorite character, usually. But I don't want to get into that if no one's watched it. I know Nancy. Right, so you haven't actually seen any seasons of the show. I thought you were saying that you hadn't seen season 4 and you weren't watching it because you were scared. If you haven't seen any seasons, then it's forgivable because it's just not what you watched. Then it's fine. If you haven't, however, seen the last season because you're scared, then what the fuck? I've only seen season 1, but I know the story and I don't care about spoilers. That's great, right? But I have other people here who... What's your situation on spoilers, Leona? Because I would like to talk about this, but if you don't want to watch it, if you don't want to hear about it because you do actually want to watch it eventually, then it's fine. Like, I don't have to talk about it. We could talk about other things. Guys, I was going to actually, like, play games, but I don't know if you... What do you guys want me to play? Like, do you guys want me to, like, play a game? Like, we don't have to. I can just chat. I'm never going to watch it, so you can spoil it for me if you want. That's sad. Alright, I'll talk about, I was going to say Love Island. I'll talk about Stranger Things for a minute. Chrissy, wake up! I don't like this! Chrissy, wake up! Hey, hello! What a tune. What a tune. So, Stranger Things Season 4, Part 2 just happened. Eddie is coming back in Season 5. It's been confirmed, apparently. Which means that the Cass storyline has to be happening. It's either the Cass storyline or we're gonna get into his backstory. That's the only reason, like, that he might come back without being Cass. But if he does get into his backstory, then it only makes sense that he would come back as Cass at the same time. It's more impactful in my opinion. But, you know, I don't know. I can't predict what's gonna happen. But I do hope that he comes back as Cass because that will be brilliant, right? And I also just want to see more Eddie because I miss him. Can we talk about how queer-coded Eddie is? Because he's fucking queer-coded. Like, seriously queer-coded. And I love that for him. It's like my favorite thing about him. Maybe it might be my favorite thing about him. Maybe it's for a reason. I don't know. Don't judge me, okay? I just love that he's like... Oh? Welcome to the chat. Unloha. Please tell me a name that I should refer to you as. Isn't there also a huge fucking dragon or something? I've seen him in the trailer. Has the trailer come out? I haven't actually seen the trailer. Yeah, there was mention that there might be a dragon because it's Dungeons and Dragons, mate. It's Dungeons and fucking Dragons. So there has to be dragons, right? There are dungeons. Wait, are there dungeons? I don't recall them being actual dungeons, right? But there should be dragons. Eddie slayed in the Upside Down. Pretty sure Eddie ran for his life in the Upside Down, but sure, he slayed. I love Eddie. I think he's brilliant. I think he's a great character. He's interesting. He was portrayed fantastically. His writing is interesting. I think they can work on his backstory a little bit. And I think that killing him was a dumb thing to do. But if they're going to bring him back, then it's forgivable somewhat. Maybe. We'll see what happens. I'll forgive them once I see what happens. But it was a bit like a foil for... He is a foil for Dustin, which is kind of fucked. That's like... It's essentially like shitty of them to like only bring... It's not good representation to only have a character to be a foil for someone else who's a straight character. Like that's really fucking fucked, right? If that character's queer is what I'm saying. Which Eddie is coded to be. So... But he's still my favorite character because what do you want me to choose someone else as my favorite character? No. Eddie's my favorite character. Steve is my second favorite character. Dustin's my third favorite character. And I think Eddie and Steve are the perfect fucking ship. Sorry. Too bad. If you don't agree with me, I don't care. Have you seen that one-off poster? There's a person at the very back. See that? I think the poster that you're referring to, I do believe that is fan-made and not actually canon. But anyway. The Upside Down could count as an open world dungeon. I guess so. Yeah, in which case it is Dungeons and Dragons. You know, I need to play some more D&D. My friend's got, he wants to start story, but I can't remember what it's fucking called, but I'm gonna be playing that soon. Hopefully that'll be nice. Be good. Yeah, sorry, Toast. I saw that one as well, and it fooled me for a bit, and then I saw the comments that were like, this is not actually canon, guys. It's fan art. And I went, that is really fucking good fan art. Bloody hell. Anyway. Thank you for the follow. Dino is not there. Dino's finally appeared. We were just talking about you, Dino. Well, welcome to the chat. Yeah, I'm excited about season 5. I think... Can you not? Stay. I actually wasn't excited about season 5 when season 4 part 2 ended because I was kind of pissed that they killed Eddie. And also about all the other shit that happened, I guess. But can you see where my priorities are? But it's like the more that people are talking about the kind of outcome of season 4 is the more I'm getting excited about season 5. Even though it's like 2 years away, right? And I'm not gonna get it for a while. I am, however, gonna be starting a Marvel marathon soon, maybe. I'm gonna download some of the movies on Disney Plus so I can watch it on the plane. I need to get back into that, right? Can we talk about how wholesome Eddie fans were at MCM? Which MCM are we talking about? Because the MCM that I went to was before that came out, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Are you talking about MegaCon? Dino can't chat? What do you mean Dino can't chat? We're not on followers only. Like, they should be able to chat. The only reason I think that they might not be able to chat is if they haven't got like a verified account or something like that. No, you should be able to chat. That's something to do with your account. It's not something to do with this. I literally can't think of a single reason why you wouldn't be able to chat. Help. Clearly, they can chat now. I don't know what that was about, boys. Well, I actually don't know yours. I'm not caught up on what your current pronouns are. Please let me know. Yeah, let's have a pronoun chat. That's a really good idea. Guys, I am going to be doing adding pronouns onto your chat. I want to figure out how to do that. Oh, shit. So that when you put a chat message, your pronouns will be automatically added, like, I think it's next to your name. Which will be really fun, right? I want to figure out how to do that because I saw that in someone else's chat and I thought that was really clever. It just helps, you know? I can only chat if I use highlight the message. Oh, what the fuck? That's really weird. Dino, are your pronouns the same as what there are in Discord right now? In which case I'll just check. So I don't want to go about making mistakes and stuff like that, you know? Just want to make sure that we're caught up. Because I've not spoken to you in a while, you know? Things change. Okay. If your pronouns are still they them, just shoot me a Discord message, I guess. Yeah, so MegaCon, yes, MegaCon. It's the one where the Eddie actors were getting shouted at by the workers at the con and the fans came over after and gave them lots of stuff. Why? Why was Joseph Quinn getting shouted at by the workers of MegaCon? I need more information than this, Rye. I need sources. I need you to send all of this to me right now in Discord. Dano, mister. She-her? I'm yours too, please, Toast. I almost called you Toast and like Toast no? Like Dano? Like, that was quite funny. Here it is. Toast is the best. Are your pronouns still she, her, Toast? God, you guys need to keep me updated. It's been a long time, okay? It's been a long time since I last saw you guys. And I need you guys to keep me updated on these kind of things, okay? It's very important. She, her. Okay, great. Thank you. Dino, you haven't shot me a message on Discord. What the fuck, bro? Right. I need more information. You can't leave me hanging like that. I did not hear about this. This is new information to me. Dino Saucia. Thank you, Toast. This is new information to me, right? You can't leave me like this, hanging completely. I'm actually gutted. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'll try find a video for you. I saw it on TikTok a while ago. Thank you, Ryan. I'm message changed. Well, that's really specific. Dino's not sending me a message on right now in Discord, which is breaking my heart. They obviously don't care about me. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm gonna go with the assumption that it's still they them, like it's on Discord. And oh, my voice is breaking like crazy. And if it's not, like I said, shoot me a message. I got a message. Bro, I don't know why. I don't know why, bro. Oh shit. It's literally, I have no, this is actually Dinophobic. Is this a new account? Like generally, is this a new account? Because if this is a new account, then it might be something to do with your account. Maybe it hasn't been verified. Maybe it doesn't have an email connected to it or a phone number connected to it. I can't tell you why, because I don't fucking know. I don't know. None of my chat settings have anything that would necessarily stop you from being able to talk. I'm just as kerfuffled about this as you are. Just send the messages in on Discord, so you can still speak. Do you like trees? I do like. Thank you. The guys, Dino just asked me if I like trees. It's fine, Toast. You swap over to your laptop. I do like trees. Yes. I'm a big fan of nature. I used to have loads of plants, and then someone killed them. And now I don't have loads of plants. I just have a few. Oh shit, what am I gonna do with my plants? Huh. I did not think about this detail. Tell Toast I miss her. Dino says she misses you. Oh Lord. Also Dino, I'm gonna assume that your pronouns are still she, her, because you haven't corrected Toast. Save Toast. What do you mean save Toast? What's going on? So much drama with you two. Besties. What were we even originally talking about? Stranger Things, that's right. And plants. Okay, she, her, cool. Yeah, Toast. I'm like going between two screens, right? I've got Dino right now on my Discord on this screen. I've got Toast right now in chat over here. Toast, apparently you need saving. Dino says that she does Toast, so this is a very interesting stream. Action cannot be completed. Maybe you need to reload your Twitch. Maybe it's that. Maybe you need to log in again. It might be that. I really cannot think of a single reason why this would be happening to you. I'm gonna check my settings. These ones over here. Give me a second, guys. Just gonna check my settings. Figure it out. Because right, in settings there are some moderation settings that might do this. I think they're somewhere near chat settings. Or maybe permissions? I'm not sure. One or the other. Yo! They can type! What was the reason? Why did you have such an issue? That's so strange. Dino's back! Dino's here! Dino's in chat! Your favorite girl boss is fucking back. Let's go. Dino, happy to have you here. Very glad that you finally appeared. Maybe you have a reason as to why you were having such an issue, so this never happens again. No? Okay. Guys. I've been dead. That's the reason. Guys, I know you all disappeared, but actually, not disappeared, just appeared. But actually, I think it's time to end. So I'm going to do a recap for those who weren't here earlier in the stream. Earlier in the stream, I talked about what has happened in the last couple of weeks and what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. And I think it's important you guys hear about it too, because you guys are in my chat quite a lot, right? Well, you used to be. And that's okay. Because I have a feeling that you will be here again. I'm not going right now. I'm just going to tell you about what's happening, okay? So, in the last couple of weeks, I graduated from my university. That's officially done. That part of my life is over. And as such, in the next month, I'm going to be spending time in Spain with my family and traveling all over Europe, right? Because of this, I am moving out of my flat here. Everything's going to storage. And I'll be moving into an apartment in the UK in September, right? So in that time, I will not be streaming too much. I will bring my streaming setup to Spain. However, when I'm on the road, because we're doing a road trip around Europe, I will not be able to stream. So in those 2 weeks, I will not be able to stream. Before that, I will try and stream twice a week like I normally do. And this next coming Thursday, I will not be able to stream either because I will be on a plane. There's that, right? So the next time you see me will be next Monday probably, and I'll be in Spain, and then I'll stream that week on Thursday as well, possibly the next Monday after that. So like you'll get about 2 weeks of Tammy streams, and then come I believe it's going to be the 12th of August, I will disappear for the course of 2 weeks until the 27th, where I will reappear magically. But I still might not stream. I don't know what date the 27th is. So the next coming Monday or Thursday from the 27th, I will try to stream. But it really does depend because I don't know when I'm going to be moving exactly back into my new place, right? I do want to say TikTok content will continue throughout all of that. I'll try. Discord will still be going. Instagram will still be active. I have some stuff that needs to be laid up. The CMV, which I've mentioned a couple times before. I don't know if you guys know about this, but I've created a CMV based on the Dream SMP, and that is going to be... It's run through a couple stages of editing so far. The filming ended 2 weeks ago, and I had Robin, our favorites, Robin. I had Spooky. I had Fable Tyro over at my place, and we all filmed together. And so the filming is done now, and so we're moving into the editing stage, and our favorite Babushka is helping me with that. So that will be hopefully done by September, probably before. I just don't know if I'm going to post it before or not. It really does depend on the connection in Spain and whether or not I think the final product is ready and stuff in time. So it might, like I said when I first talked about this in the last stream that I did, the final product may take a while, but it's getting there. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited to do it. If you found the video, do you want me to send it? Please send it to me. Please send it to me. Thank you, Rai. That's really going to be quite exciting. Okay. So you can look forward to that in the next couple, probably like month or so, maybe 2. Sorry, maybe month and a half, right? And come September, I am moving specifically to London. Yay! So if you guys live in the area and you want to, you know, I don't know. If you guys live in the area, very cool. Tell me thoughts on Toast. I think that Toast and Dino are the best of friends. There are my thoughts on Toast and Dino. Very good people. I'm glad to have them around. And so, in September, I'm moving to London. MCM will be much easier this way. Closer to content. So you might get more TikTok content, but you also might get less Twitch content because I will also be starting a new job. I will be working, and so my time to stream might go down. Might being the prominent word. My days and my hours of streaming might change. If you have a specific day where you would rather, or time where you'd rather I streamed, just pop it into my Discord. Let me know. Put it into the server. Put it into suggestions, and let me know. And I'll try and work it so that it's around your schedules a little bit as well, because my schedule will be changing. And yeah, so things are going to be changing quite a bit. There's a lot of uncertainty right now as to what's going to happen come September. I will be still streaming twice a week for about 2 hours. That's my goal, and I really don't want to change that. I also want to have extra hours in the week to cosplay as well. So that's one of my goals. And yeah, so I talked about this at the beginning of the stream, so if you want to hear more detailed explanation of all this, you can go and watch the VOD after this is over. But yeah, it's all changing very quickly. So I'm glad that you guys are here. This is the last stream I'm going to be doing in this place. So say goodbye to it whilst you can. I think it'd be nice if we had a couple of goodbyes in the chat right now. If you guys could just like put in like bye-bye room, bye-bye apartment, and say a nice goodbye to this apartment, because it's the last time you're going to see this. This is the last stream in this room before we move. Bye-bye place. Bye place. Bye-bye. I like how I have a game open just to look at Hot Greek. God. Oh my god, alright. 07. 07 apartment. Everyone. 07. 07. It's been a really good time. I've really enjoyed streaming in this apartment. I've really enjoyed loving in this apartment. But it's time to say goodbye. 07. Sorry guys, you just got an ad. Whoops. I forgot to cancel that one. So, right in the middle of the 07s. Keep sending 07. Imagine getting ads. Rise on sound only, aren't you? I love that. I'm back, people. 07! 07! 07! 07 for the apartment. Yeah. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for watching my streams of the last... What is it now? 9 months? Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you for supporting me. Hanging out with me. Oh, I'm gonna get sad. Wait! What are we waiting for? Purple lights! You want purple lights! Only for you, Luna! Ah! I almost fell backwards on my box. Just for you, Luna. Just for you. If you guys, I have some items up for sale on Depop. I'll put the link in my Instagram bio today after the stream. If you guys want to buy them, get them really fucking quick because I'm throwing them away if not. I don't have space in my, boxes to put them. So, yeah, that's something that I forgot to mention, but there you go. I beg, this is the last time. This is the last time in this room. You're gonna have... I'm hoping to put up these lights again in the next room. But, yes, this is the last purple lights that you'll get in this room. And I might change things around. Maybe the aesthetic will be different. I'm not entirely sure. But we'll see when we see, yeah? This has been fun. Oh, I'm getting sad. This is it, guys. This is it for the room. I will see you all next Monday. I will see you all next Monday in Spain. And yeah, we're just gonna have a fun... I don't know what we'll be doing. Maybe we'll be hanging out with Robin. In the meantime, Robin will be streaming a couple days this week, I believe. And also Friday is game night, possibly. So I will be hosting, my account will be hosting some servers, some different creators, and you can go ahead and watch their streams. They're going to be playing some games. So, yeah. I like Choose 2. Dano, my favorite is Gouda. I'll see you all later. This has been fun. I miss you guys. I don't get to stream enough nowadays. I'm so sad. Guys, everyone, say goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye, place. Bye, everyone in chat. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. And just me. All alone. Just me. Thank you for all the emotes. Yeah! Emo party! Bye-bye, guys. This is the end.